All right, and welcome to the Writers Business School. This is our class on creating a successful press kit. It's your ready-made tool for opening the doors you want opened. Again, I'm Melissa Sherlin, co-founder of Writers Business School, and I don't know how many people tonight have already created a press kit, but if you haven't, by the end of this 1-hour training, we'll give you some wonderful steps you can take right now to have a great press kit that actually works. And it's not that hard. All right. Now, this is a terrible factoid that Writers Business School is dedicated to changing. But right now, for 90% of books created and published right now sell less than 100 copies. That's regardless of how these items are published, whether you go independent publisher or large publisher or mid-sized publisher, self-published, even ebooks of any sort. It's less than 100 copies. Because, well, there's a lot of reasons, but it's because best selling has nothing to do really with best written. It's all about the business skills that keep you going. And one of the most important business skills to get your book out in front of a lot of people so they'll buy and want to buy is to remind them that you exist and all the wonderful things that you're doing. And that's actually part of a press kit's job, right? What we'll cover in this class is, first off, what is a press kit? It's kind of an old word, but you're going to want one if you don't have one already. And if you do have one already, you'll want to revamp it because we have some really helpful things that need to be included in today's age. And we'll talk about what goes into a press kit, the electronic kind and the hard copy kind, why authors need a press kit, how you can use this tool once you have it. Also, because it's going to be a new tool, a lot of people have resistance to using this awesomeness and how helpful it can be. So we'll talk about that in ways to get over the reluctance. And then I'll give you some next steps to actually make your press kit real and be able to use it. All right, so let's get started. What is a press kit? Well, press kit is a very old word. Press meaning newspapers and stuff. But what it actually is, it's a package of promotional material that you give to people in the press or media of any sort to give them a quick overview about who you are, what you're selling, and why it's important to them. Okay? It includes promotional materials that you might want to hand out, any kind of interviews you've already had or lectures you've given or about to give, and also about your product and service. Now, believe it or not, authors do have a product and a service. Okay? Your product is the book, but your service is actually a vacation. People buy your book because they want to take a lovely vacation with you. And your press kit helps tell them that the vacation they're going to get by buying your book is the vacation they want to go on. So, next slide. What goes into a press kit? Okay, this is when you want to write stuff down. I know we're recording and you'll get the recap and the replay, but let's write this down. First things first, you want a headshot. Now, no groaning, and it has to be a picture of you. Okay, that's because when people see another human's face multiple times, we instantly feel as though we have some kind of a relationship with them. Now, back in the 80s and 90s, people only had to see each other's faces 3 times to think that we had a relationship going on. Now that number is closer to 12 just because of all of the social media and interactions we have. So put your headshot in your press kit. People will feel as though they have more of a relationship with you than if you created one in person. Right? Number 2 is you want a short bio of yourself between 200 and 300 words. Yes, that's not terribly short. But that bio you're working on, you can use it lots of places. It definitely needs to go into your press kit. All right, the next thing. You need your contact information. I know. contact information kind of seems like a no-brainer, but I can't tell you how many business cards I've collected at events with authors and publishers, and there's no contact information on the card. Okay? You need contact information, and by contact information I mean an email, a phone number, a website, something that people can use to get to you. Okay? Also, you want to put in your social media tag. So you want to put in your Facebook links, in your Twitter and Pinterest and whatever else you have, your blog definitely, okay? All that stuff is your contact information. Next, you want information about the impact you would like to make. Now, your press kit isn't just about you or that one book you have out. It really is centered around the impact you want to make. Now, mine, aside from co-founding the Writers Business School, I've been published for decades, and the impact I want to make is all around healthy communication, turning unhealthy communication to healthy communication. Right? So in my press kit, along with information about my nonprofit, I have recent articles about bullying and how to help stop bullying. I actually found a couple of days ago this lovely news article on in the inner cities in Chicago. They actually are using meditation to work through angers in the school, and because they've implemented this, they've had no what's that called? They've had detention, but when a kid has detention, they put him in this meditation room, and because of that, they've had no suspension. That's a form of healthy communication. I'm putting that in my press kit to show whoever reads my press kit that this is an important topic in the news, and that's a way I can share it. Okay? Relevant cultural touch points, that's the article too. Okay? Current events. So you see, it's the impact you want to make in the world, but it's also where that impact is already happening in the world. So you can show that whoever you send this to, that your topic is topical and important to people listening to it or viewing it. Okay? All right, number 5 of 7, you want to have a list of places you've been interviewed. Okay? Now again, this press kit is to gather all this stuff and get you in your foot in the door. I want you to open the doors that you want opened. Showing that you've interviewed with other people makes you look popular. Oh, so-and-so interviewed them. Well, if that person interviewed them and, you know, they lectured here and they lectured there, whatever, it makes you seem more of an authority on your subject, more like the hot ticket. Okay? Definitely put them in. If you don't have any interviews yet, you know, make some friends who interview and at least practice. Okay? All right, number 6 is the list of related presentations you've given. This is the lectures, and anytime someone's asked you to come and give some extra information, even if it's to your kid's school talking about how awesome it is to be an author, that counts. Okay, you're making an impact. All right, and the last thing you definitely need in your press kit is a sample question and answers for whomever is reading to be able to ask you. Now, this seems kind of like cheating, especially when you, say, send it to a radio station so you can get some interviews, or you send it to a podcast so they can be part of your blog tour, part of your book tour, okay? But the larger markets that you try to get into, they're going to be inundated with press kits, hard copy and electronic. These sample questions make it look like the person who is about to interview you has done their homework, okay? So don't make them all fluff questions. Make them actual real questions so that the interviewer seems like they're doing their job and they can feel satisfied by asking these questions, okay? And then in your answers, kind of spin them a little bit so people know what kind of impact you want to make and that you have a book out. Okay? If you're between books, you know, let them know they can check out your website in your answers. Okay? Right. So those are the basic 7 things. Now, running around the web, you can find 15 or 16,000 other things to put into your press kit. Okay, there's always more you could throw in. But truly, this is all that I have in my press kit, and my press kit has gotten me everywhere I want to go. Okay? I'm going to show you some examples. I'm going to show you an example of an electronic press kit, which is the first one you're going to need. Okay? After you're done tonight, I'll let you take a nap if you're in a different time zone and you're tired. But definitely work on this. Have it up and running by the weekend. Okay? Next one. Next slide is, oops, sorry, the last one is information about the books you want to buy. Kind of said when you're answering questions. But definitely have a link to buy your books. If you're between books, have them go to your website, go to your Amazon author page. All right. I'm going to show you now the electronic things. All right. This is what an electronic press kit looks like. Now, surprisingly, I have no idea who this Chris Singleton is. He's actually in a band. I was just surfing around looking for great examples of electronic press kits when I was putting this class together, and this is absolutely brilliant. Okay? This was on a single page on his website. It said About Chris. Clicked on it, had this lovely, lovely graphic. Now, you guys can make a graphic this lovely, perfect, or you can just make a list like he has in the center, okay? But he's got all the perfect information. And I'm going to walk you through, kind of pointing out on the screen where these things are, okay? The first thing needs a headshot, right? He's got the headshot right there. Ooh, looks really cute. But notice where he put it on the screen. It's on the upper corner. As your eyes travel down, you're making a zigzag over and down like you're reading the page. So his headshot is right at the top where your eyes naturally and subconsciously land. But also, scrolling on the page, you'll see that he also has some images that people can download. Say if he's going to do press somewhere, they have a good image of him with his band and his album cover. Okay. The next is a short bio. Boom! There it is. Right? Under featured ideas, he has, things about him that are just broken down into different things he wants to talk about. Okay? His contact information was actually at the bottom of the screen, but I didn't save that, sorry. But all the contact information was there. Okay? Also, it's part of his press release. Okay? The impact to make, that's the purple arrow. Those are the different topics he wants to talk about. This Chris guy is really cool. He actually sees words and hears colors. Kind of interesting. I bet there's a lot of people out there that have that same uniqueness, and he can talk about it. Okay? Also, he's talking about overcoming a rare allergy to sound. These are all impacts he can make. Okay? And if you want to talk about something fun, he can talk about all the weird gigs he's done and how to get to them. Okay? Again, depending on what the interviewer wants to talk about, he's already given them some good ideas, some good questions to talk about. Okay? Past press, pretty easy to find. There's a whole bunch on the right side. Also, there's some space over on there, so you can add some more little screenshots and tear pages, as they're called. Okay? Next is he has past presentations. These are all things you can talk about under features. Right? The questions and answers are in the press release, all the important stuff that he wants to pimp right now, and it's also in his where to buy. Okay? It's all under there. Okay? Notice there's one other section that we have not talked about, and I didn't have you put it into your press kit. This is samples. Okay? Notice he's not giving away the whole CD. He's not giving away the whole song that he's selling. He's giving you samplers. Okay? It's like 10, 15 seconds of a song. Right? And download the podcast featuring the clips from the entire thing. Okay? He's not giving away the farm. Just like on your press kit, you're not going to put your entire short story or a copy of your novel, okay? Don't give away the farm. Give them little tidbits, okay? All right, that was an electronic press kit. This is a physical press kit. Now, I don't know who's been here longer than I have, but there's a lot of ways to put together press kits. Pinterest has a whole entire community of about like putting together press kits, and they're flamboyant and they're amazing and they take hours and hours and hours, and really you don't need to put that much work into your press kit, okay? You need to put thought into your press kit, what goes into it and why, but you do not need to make some gigantic craft project out of this, okay? This is a business tool to get to a goal. So what you need are business items. Ready? First thing you need those boring blue folders. Okay, they can be whatever color you want. Blue is my favorite color. You need one of those boring folders, the kind with the 2 pockets, okay? 1 pocket on each side and the little card, the business card holder on one of the pockets. We've all seen these. You want to go to your Staples or whatever office supply store you go to, and you want to get one, okay? They come in packs of 10, so you have to buy 10. But anyway, okay, you just need, that's the basis of your physical press kit, okay? And you're going to put your business card in the business card holder spot. Okay? Your business card is going to have your contact information on it. Okay? Your website, your name. Okay? All right. Also, you want a cover letter, because if you're physically sending a press kit, whether you're handing it to someone or you're mailing it to someone hoping it gets on the right person's desk because you've done your research, you're going to need a cover letter of introduction. Okay? That does not go inside. That goes on top, paper clipped to your closed folder. Okay? Don't make people open your press kits to see who the heck is sending it to them. Okay? That's too much work. So cover letter first. Once your cover letter hooks them, hey, thanks for seeing me. Here's my press kit as promised. Or, hey, so-and-so gave me your name. I think it would really work. Here's what I'm interested in. Please check out my press kit. Okay, we know how to do cover letters. This is another reason to work on cover letters. Okay? Now inside, you want your mugshot. Now, remember I said your headshot has to be of you. I know this is just a smiley face, but this is about the area you want your headshot to be on. You want it to be on the left-hand side, and you want it to be right about the middle. Okay? Also, you want to have your book information. Now, you can put it on like a large business card, or it can be a fly sheet. I found just a little business card size hooked into the other business card holder is good. Next, you want a tear sheet. Now, a tear sheet is the press you've gotten before, or press related to how you want to make an impact. Right? This, if I printed out the news story from the web, I'd PDF it, and then if I was sending a hard copy, I'd print it out and I'd put it in here. I want them to be able to see the title of what it is, so they can tell, you know, what date it came out, where it came from, and what it's about. Okay? I like to have about 7 pieces of relevant news. The more recent, the better. And I have been known to get rid of older pieces, except for I still do have, there's a journal article that was written, I think, in 1983, which really talked about healthy communication and how important it is. And then there's more research built on top of it, which is referenced in some of my articles. And that's like the oldest thing I have in my press kit. But it's a permanent fixture to give them background on my topic and how I want to make an impact. All right. So on the right-hand side is all the stuff about the impact you're making. Now your book is going to make an impact too, because somehow in there, your book kind of touches upon that theme of how you want to make an impact, the vacation you want to send people on, right? That all goes on the right side, because when somebody opens it up, that's where their eyes naturally land. Okay? On the left side is all the stuff about you. So your contact information, your mugshot, and the sample questions. Okay? Again, don't make them all fluff questions. Make them really good questions. Make the interviewer seem like they are quality interviewers, and help them out a little bit. Make it go well. Okay? Also on the left side, I didn't make a little picture for this, but this is where you might want to add something fun. If I ever found like a funny cartoon about healthy communication that I thought the interviewer or whom I'm sending it to would enjoy, I would slide it in there in front of the sample questions behind my mugshot. Okay? It's all about sequencing these things. But I haven't found any yet. And I'm really, really bad about just forwarding funny stuff to people I think that might like it instead of printing it out. But I can do that. All right. Next, that's what goes into a physical press kit. Right? Now, when you're sending your press kit, you're like, but who do I send it to? Where does it go? Why am I doing this? Okay? You want to first know who you plan to talk to. Who is your ideal audience? From that ideal audience, you'll then find your ideal readers. Okay? So this is when you've got to kind of put on your thinking caps and really work down to where's your audience. Okay? So your audience is the people connected to the things you love. They have an interest in, or they want more of what you love. Okay? And it's the people you want to talk to and meet at any event. Okay? Now, they love the same thing you love. At Writers Business School, we call that your platform development. It's the impact you want to make in the world. My platform is healthy communication. I do that by turning unhealthy communication into healthy communication. And what I put out in the world, sure, there's billions of people on the planet. I'm not marketing my books and what I love to a billion people. Okay, that's mind-blowing. What I'm doing is I'm marketing. I'm choosing to dedicate and focus my efforts on people who like the same things I like. They like healthy communication. And inside that healthy communication group, there are tons of readers who like to read what I like to write. I like dark fiction and romantic comedies. Okay? So there are millions of people who are interested in healthy communication. In that millions and millions, there's hundreds of thousands of people that like to read dark fiction and romantic comedies. Once you've targeted your readers, they're members of this audience who also enjoy the genre you write. Okay? So find your audience, and then inside that audience of people that will enjoy what you enjoy, there's readers who will enjoy what you write. And they'll like it even more because they know you share this love of an important topic that they love. Okay? When you reach your audience, then you reach your readers through your platform, and then you send your press kit to places where the people interested in the platform congregate. Okay? We'll talk about this a little bit more, but to see how it focuses all of the energy and effort into a very doable little box, which then grows and grows organically and easily. Okay? All right. What does a clear platform do? First, you want to get clear on the impact you want to make, on what your core audience or target audience is. Okay? It's how you want to connect with your audience. Now, I've chosen mine. Mine's healthy communication. We could all choose the same exact topic, and we would all approach it and have a slightly different audience inside, or, different target inside that gigantic audience, okay? You can have the same exact platform as your best friend, but you approach it in different ways. And believe me, there's enough space, okay? But seeing the number of people on this call, we could all have a completely separate one. It doesn't matter the topic, it just matters your desire to get your topic further out into the world and make an impact with it. Okay? Your core audience is who you want to reach with each new release. Okay? And then with their enthusiasm, once you've reached your core audience, right? They like your writing style. They found you because you're interested in similar topics. You're sharing information on those topics that they love. And oh my gosh, you're an author and you wrote this awesome book. Of course, they're going to tell their friends and their friends' friends, and they're going to tell everybody they've ever met because they know this awesome author. Okay? This is how you grow your readership. It's the enthusiasm of this core audience that helps you and actually energizes you, and they come to see you at events, which is great. Right? Nobody wants to be sitting at an event alone. Right? All right. Your platform helps you create an emotional connection to the people who then buy your book. Okay? People buy based on emotion, on how you make them feel, and then they use their logical brain to justify why they bought it. Okay? This emotional connection, it's authentic because you both share passion on a single topic. Okay? All right. Hopefully everyone gets that. We have other classes on developing platform. It was actually an earlier free class too. We also have others. So definitely, if you haven't thought about the impact you want to make in the world, and really think about it. It's a great way to narrow down this huge, gigantic process of getting your books into the hands of readers. There are readers out there that love the same things you do and will be so excited to know that someone that loves the same thing they do also writes great books. Okay? All right. So the next one is why do we need a press kit? Okay? This is just a tool for your toolbox. Okay? There's other things you need. The press kit isn't going to get you there all alone, but it is a wonderful tool to have in the toolbox for when you need it. Okay? Hammers are wonderful tools. They're not going to change my tire. I'm going to need some kind of a wrench and probably one of those, lug nut unlocker things that I keep losing. Okay? That's your press kit is. Your press kit is a tool that you need. It opens the doors that you want opened. Okay? It's simple and effective. You put it as a static page on your website, and while you're going and doing other things, it's busy giving out information. Okay? Frequently asked questions, sample Q&A, whatever you want to call it, it's there. People doing searches, they pop into it. Hey, look at that, an author. Ooh, I like that topic. Let me see what else they have. Okay? So it's constantly there working for you. Okay? It answers the common questions that somebody has. Let's say you're going to an event and you know that people are going to be asking the same thing over and over and over again. Just hand them a press kit, Make a few up, hand them a press kit. Okay? Electronic version is always there for you. Also, larger markets require one. Now, if you're just working, oh, this is my first book and I'm only expecting 5 people to buy it, then okay. But once you've gotten to your second book and your third book, you're like, oh, how do I get on the Today Show? How do I get interviewed by the radio station? Okay, that's what a press kit does for you. Okay? Publishers require it as part of their submission. They don't say, send me your press kit, but they say, send me all these pieces that go into your press kit. And then when they accept you, they actually want a press kit, and they'll start calling it a press kit. Okay? Radio stations. Every radio station I have ever heard of, and in the market where I live, on Sunday mornings, there are community interviews. They have a DJ that's on from like 5 a.m. until 9 a.m. and all he does is interview local community people about topics. Okay? If you want to get interviewed on the radio, all that free publicity for your book and your favorite topic, send them a press kit and say, hey, I'd like to talk to you about this awesome topic. Now, my awesome topic is usually my nonprofit, about healthy communication, and I do get interviewed because I give them lots of great information in the press kit. Also, when I get interviewed, I do things to make sure that they can rely on me, and then if they're ever an alert, they can call on me and I will be there to fill their airtime. Right? But that's a different thing. The press kit gets you in the door. Okay? Also, you want to get interviewed on TV. The television stations, the news, they're always looking for some community angle to make it seem like they're part of the community and helping and making a difference in their own way. Press kits sent to a TV station before some kind of a local event you've scheduled can help draw the press to your event and get you interviewed on TV, give a bigger, what do you call that? Give a bigger audience to your platform topic. And then also web shows, podcasts, the more popular ones, you email them, but they're going to know about you. They're going to be like, who is this person? You make a personal connection, but then you also go and send them this collection of professional things to let them know that you are as serious as they are, right? And it will help you get the interviews. Right? Interviews are great for book launch. Right? It helps get the information out. You're not just talking about your book, though, because people get tired of hearing about just your book. They want to hear about something bigger, usually their favorite subject, which is, oh my goodness, your favorite subject too. Okay? That will get you more interviews. That will get you opening more doors, right? And into more and more fun things to do. Okay? All right, so let's go into, also blogs. That's another way to do a blog tour. All right, next, how to use a press kit, okay? Now, a lot of research has to go into the hard copies, but for your electronic ones, that's the one you're going to do after you get off this as soon as possible, okay? You want to place the electronic version on your blog or website, okay? If you have a blog and a website, put them both places. Right? Or at least like link the pages when they say, click here, the about whomever, make them go to the same page, but make people get to it from your blog, your website. Okay? Also, your Amazon author page, you're going to have a trumped up little electronic press kit there. Okay? If people are looking for a collection of your books, they want to know more about you. Yeah, they fell into it, maybe because they clicked a link or something, but once they get there, you want to give them the reason why they landed there. Oh, this person likes the same topic I do. Okay? Oh, this person has this authority because so-and-so has talked to them and they've presented here and there and everywhere. Okay? So place it there. Put those 8 things I told you about on there. And then, get it moving. Okay. Now, for the hard copies, it's a little bit more challenging. It's not impossible because I've done it. And once you've done it a couple of times, it gets very, very easy. Okay? The first one is always the hardest, but we teach repeatable processes here, so here goes. Radio stations. Now, believe it or not, I still listen to radio stations. A lot of people listen to them only when they're in the car. I listen to them a lot. But what you want to do is you first have to get, anytime you send any of these hard copies out, the first thing you want to do is research, okay, for radio stations. What radio stations are around? What radio stations do you like? Right? What radio stations are interviewing people? Okay? After you've done that, and then you want to make some kind of a personal connection with the radio station. Right. My personal connection was I served coffee to one of the early morning DJs. We struck up a conversation. And then he would actually play my song so I could wake up in the morning. And then he came in the next day. He was like, did you hear my song? And I was like, yeah, I did. That was weird. In my dream, everyone was dancing and told me to wake up and make the coffee. If you don't have that kind of a connection, make one by calling in and answering questions on the radio station, signing up for contests with the radio stations, okay? Be one of their favorite listeners. And then when they find out one of their favorite listeners also does something amazing and has great ideas on this awesome topic, you'll get interviewed, okay? You send them your press kit then. Every radio station has a person that's in charge of community outreach. And that's the ticket you want in, okay? Community outreach. The same thing with television, okay? You want it to be community outreach. That's the easiest way in. Don't try to go into the arts and entertainment door, okay? That one is for like A-list celebrities and, Stephen King, okay? If you don't have an agent, don't go in that door. Do the community events. That person is always looking for something, and you can make something that they want, okay? Also, you want to give your hard copies are great for event planners. Let's say you're setting up a community event for part of a book launch or a friend, or hey, I'm going to get all the authors in the area together and we're going to have this awesome book sale at the library. What a great idea, right? If you need help setting that up, you can go to an event planner and say, hey, look, I need help with this. Here's my press kit to show you that I'm a professional. This is really what I want to accomplish in the world, and I need your help. This is what I have in mind. And a lot of times, knowing it's a community event or you're helping authors and stuff, event planners will help. Okay? Agents love your press kit. They don't call it a press kit, but agents will help sell you. Press kits help sell you. If you have a good press kit, that means they don't have to work as hard because you understand part of their job. Okay? Publishers, large publishers, in the top 5, the press kit is actually part of the submission package that they want. But again, publishers are trying to sell you. And if you have a press kit, that means you understand part of their job, makes their job that much easier. Also, having this platform that's developed means they don't have to make one for you. So you're easier to work with than the authors out there that don't have one. Okay? That's what you do with your press kits. Okay? Now you can think of 100 other things to do with them, but this is the basics. This is usually where you want to target. Okay? All of these can be done before any book launch. And if you're setting up a book launch, these should be done as early as possible. Okay, the longer you give yourself for a book launch, right at the Writers Business School, we suggest 6 to 9 months, with 9 months to a year being optimal, just because it does take time to get into the larger markets of television and radio. And setting up all the different interviews does take time. It's not something that you say, I have a book coming out next week, or, oh, it came out yesterday. I'm going to call the radio station and the TV station, and they're going to come to my book signing tomorrow. That's not how it works. Okay, there's a lead time. As early as you can, you want to start making these relationships and sending out your press kit. Okay. All right. Now, I said all of this can be done before the book launch, but really, it's between the book launches where the press kit is the most useful. Okay? Your press kit focuses on your platform. Your platform is that topic that you really connect with and connects with your ideal audience. It's a way to find your ideal reader. Okay? Your platform is already hiding inside your books, even if it doesn't seem like it. Everything in your life is somehow connected to your platform. Just you have to look at it and kind of dig that out. It's already there. You just have to uncover it. Okay? The blog posts you make, you're sharing your topic. Okay? The presentations you give at conferences or luncheons or wherever you talk about your topic, that's your platform. You're bigger than one book. Your platform is the thing that keeps people interested between books. Okay? And as you grow your platform, you draw people who are interested in the same topic. And those people drawn in, you'll find your readers. And then you find some readers, and they tell other readers, and they tell other readers, and then your reader reach and your exposure grows and grows. Okay? Even if people like your platform and don't read, they know someone who likes your platform and reads. Okay, so they're all important. Okay, you want to send your press kit and concentrate your marketing promotion attempts on all the places that this audience that's interested in your topic is naturally congregating, okay? I'm trying to give you some examples. There's so many. I give you so many about healthy communication, but I'll keep doing that. Healthy communication, because it's mine, I know where it is. These people, they hang out at shelters, schools, on the web. There are many, many, many groups in Facebook and other platforms talking about healthy communication, about getting rid of bullying, so many things. There's national groups and organizations. Okay? But let's say your platform isn't about healthy communication. Let's say your platform is about overcoming fear. Right? A lot of horror writers, I know, they write scary stuff, but it's not just to be scary. It's that fear can be expressed healthily and you can grow. It's a growing, strengthening thing. Okay? Well, overcoming fear. Where would people that like to overcome fear hang out? Well, yeah, they'd be hanging out in a bunch of horror things, but if you're doing that, it's not necessarily horror. You can also find them, say, in some kind of support group for things that happened, or community groups of self-improvement. Okay, there's not just one area where you've been trained to look. There's a whole bunch of different areas outside of where most of us started marketing our things, okay? And this idea platform lets you kind of expand and realize, okay, well, this is one area my people might be, but they also might be over here. So you can also look over there and use the same things, okay? Also, press kits help you look professional. Okay, it's a professional collection of information. You've thought about where to send it, what to put in it, why it's there. It really increases your authority on your favorite subject. Okay? And anytime you can increase your professional presentation, it makes the people you're working with more confident about how successful you will be and how successful they will be by working with you. Because everyone likes to work with people who have their stuff together, right? All right. So let's talk about the best subject. If you're resisting using a press kit. Now, this is a new tool, and some people, when presented with a new tool, their first response is, oh no, I don't need a new tool, I'm good, okay? Especially with a press kit, because a lot of people are like, oh, the press kit, I'll send them my headshot and I'll be some kind of like cheesy actor. Like, no, that's not a press kit, right? Your press kit is a collection of information about your favorite topic, okay? Any kind of concerns or resistance or throwing on the brakes and running in the opposite direction over a press kit, or even promoting your books in general, is because a lot of us have a concern about putting ourselves out in the world, okay? And it's really hard to toot our own horn, especially if we've had or come from a place where, well, come on, we've all heard the, oh, you're a writer, right? Put that aside. It isn't about you. Your press kit is about your platform and your expertise on your favorite subject, okay? It's not talking about how great you are or how many wonderful things you're going to sell them. No, it is about the topic or your area of interest that you are passionate about and you want to inspire and make an impact with in the world, okay? It's not about you. It's about the impact you want to make, and it will get you to a larger audience, okay? Yes, that larger audience might want to buy your book. They probably will once they make that connection that you also feel passionately about the same topic they feel passionately about, okay? But it won't be selling because they will be very, very happy to get it. What you want to do, you don't have to run to the office supply store tonight or tomorrow morning and gather tons of supplies and then go look on Pinterest for all those cool, like, origami boxes they've made. Okay, you don't need that. Okay, start with the electronic page first. Okay? You want to put your headshot, your contact information, how you want to make an impact. You want to have some press releases, not some press releases, but some like tear sheets from press you've gotten, how your topic is in the news, maybe some articles about that. You want to have contact information for your book, right? And some questions and answers, okay? And once you've got your electronic page with all those links, then you can go through and collect PDFs or hard copies of the items that you want on your hard copy of your press kit, okay? But start where you are, walk slowly through it, one thing at a time, and then you will get this done, and you can get a very effective press kit just by taking very simple little steps. You kind of trick yourself into succeeding if that's what it takes. All right. The most useful items in your press kit. All right. If you're like me, you're like, oh, what's the least I can do and still be highly effective? Right? I got a lot of things going on. Boil it down. What's the most useful? Okay. Most useful is the relevant news articles about your topic, okay, about your platform. So like I said, I just found a new news article about using meditation in schools, which has really reduced the amount of, gotten rid of the amount of suspension, but it's teaching young people how to deal with their emotions instead of being violent. And it's working. I've saved a link to that. I now have to make a PDF of it. Okay, and then I can use it in my press kit the next few I'm sending out. Okay, also you need to have your bio in there. They need to know about you. Okay, work on your bio, like 200 words or so. Make it interesting and fun. Okay, and you need your contact information at a very minimum. Okay, so they can contact you if they want to talk to you more about this awesome topic. Okay, if you have a book out, put the information about buying your book. Okay. If you're between books, you can put it to your Amazon author page, or you can just have it to more information on your favorite topic or your blog. Okay. It doesn't. Okay. But these are the most useful items for getting the press kit to open doors for you. Okay. All right. Next steps. This is what you're going to need to do. I hope you do. Actually take these steps to have some success at it, right? You want to create a static page on your blog or website and just call it Press Kit, okay? If you're not ready to commit to the word Press Kit, you can say about me, right? Or about the author, okay? And you want to add your headshot, a picture of you, a picture of your pet, probably isn't going to be right in there with you, okay? Your contact information, your bio, a paragraph about what you love and you like to talk about, aka the impact you want to make on the world, right? And a link to buy your book, right? Or books. Right? That's all you need to do. Then you can say, ooh, I have an electronic press kit. Okay? After that, then you want to go through and find some websites that talk about your favorite subject in the news. One of my friends wrote a zombie book, and he's like, well, zombies aren't in the news. I found an article from Florida where someone thought they were a zombie and attacked someone. I put that in his press kit. He thought it was hilarious, and he got like 3 interviews just because of that odd story. They're like, oh my goodness, zombies are in the news. Which was really funny, okay? But you want to get your little paragraph about what you love and your impact first, and then after that's live, then go look for the articles that might match it, okay? All right. Questions and answers times. All right. Let's see if there's any questions up here. Oh, I have a lot of things. Okay, anybody have any questions? I'm scrolling through. There are, okay, there is one question that we have. how often do I need to update my press kit? Okay, good question. I talked about how I just am updating it. It it is a living document, if you will. You can leave your press kit exactly the same. Let me back up through one of these things. Back. Where's the previous? Okay. All right. So if you have a really simple press kit on your website, your headshot, you don't have to change it every time you cut your hair or dye it a different color, or you grow out your beard, whatever. You don't really need to change it. Okay. So just as long as it kind of looks like you. Okay. Your contact information probably isn't changing all that often, so that can stay the same. Your bio, if you found that you're changing your bio every time you send it to a different place, and you're making the same changes, then yeah, it's time to update your bio in your press kit, right? And you just add to it. You just add, if you find another link you like, put it in. It's up to you to decide what's too many and what's too small. I like to have, 6 or 7 articles. The more I have, I think the more it shows that whomever I'm sending it to, that my topic is topical and relevant to what they're trying to get out into the world also. So really, it's just a matter of if you found any new information that has to go there, or if anything's too dated. All right. Is video an element of an electronic press kit? Actually, yes. And it's also an element of some hard copy press kits. You can have a little video in the corner of your page. A lot of them call it a welcome video. By all means, you can even do, if it's like the welcome video, you want it up in the upper right-hand corner of your web page. That's just kind of where people are used to seeing the basic ones. But if it's a picture of you, or sorry, a video, if you're actually been interviewed by someone, you can definitely put it down on the page in the middle of the page with links back to where you got it from or whoever interviewed you. That can definitely be part of it. If it's going into a hard copy of the press kit, you treat it just like you are sending out snippets of music on like a CD or a thumb drive. Now, I'm dating myself with the CD, though a lot of press kit agencies will still put together a CD for you. Lots and lots of computers today don't have CD drives, they have thumb drives. So I would suggest if you're going to do anything electronic for your hard copy, either interviews or maybe you have a podcast or whatever, put it on a thumb drive instead of a CD. Okay? Even though CDs are cheaper. Okay? What's the best way to follow up after sending a press kit? Great question. It depends on where you sent it to. If you know the people really well, and I hope that you've made some kind of connection before you sent it off, it didn't get sent off blindly, just like publishers and agents don't like things delivered blindly. Make some kind of connection. You can either send an email saying, hey, I sent you a press kit. I'd like to get together and talk to you about it. Can we set up a meeting? And that's the easiest way to do a follow-up. With the radio stations I've sent it to, I know the DJs and I've dealt with the community service person. So I've been known to call them up like, hey, did you see my new press kit? Want to talk about that? Or I have this event coming up. Can we talk about it? But definitely contact them. And then after your follow-up, right? So you've sent the email and or you've called them just very quickly, hey, did you get it? Great. Can we set up a meeting to talk about it? Set up the meeting. If you get to the meeting, go professionally, have another copy of your press kit, share what you wanted to share with them, listen to them, and then after you're done, send a thank you card, an actual physical thank you card, handwritten, okay? I know some people put like little scratch tickets in their thank you cards. That's great. Sometimes I don't because I don't go to the convenience store and get them before I send my thank you cards out. If you haven't heard back from your email to set up the meeting, then send a thank you card, a physical card saying, hey, I sent you a press kit. Hope you had a chance to read it. Really enjoyed meeting you with blah, blah, blah. And here's my card, okay? Then you might want to send some email follow-ups after the thank you card has been physically received. Again, just another way that they can see you, like, oh, okay, this person is really nice. They sent me a thank you card. Maybe I do want to talk to them, okay? All right, so that's how I would follow up. And it's been successful for me. Okay? All right, any other questions? I don't see any other questions. All right, hey, look at that. Well, great. Let me show you guys the next classes coming up. If you do have questions, like they pop into your head or something, email them to writersbusinessschool@gmail.com. You can also join our Facebook page, Facebook.com/writersbusinessschool. And we have another free class in this series coming up on Wednesday, November 2nd. It's what should be in your social media plan and how much time does it take. Okay, there's a link. Also, we have a webinar series of what publishers are looking for when they add an author to their stable and how to be that author. You'll get all of this in the replay. So until then, have a very great night. Bye.